way from Canada, the Lusty Mannequins!
How's everybody doing today? Some people are drinking and some people mild enthusiasm. That's right. That's great. Yeah, we're from Canada. As Stephen mentioned, we're all alumni of the Second City. At least 6 of you recognize that theater, so that was great. Fantastic. So when we go out to different festivals and come around, we always like to find out what our host country knows about Canada, because we're a pretty small country already. People are like, this is gonna be bad. Great. Good. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna come to you guys throughout our little short set here and ask for you what you guys do know about Canada. We'll use that as inspiration for a couple scenes. So to start us off, what do you think the #1 job in Canada is? Wow, you guys know Canada better than I thought you did, for sure. What I first heard was second choice, which makes no sense. Did you guys hear anything there?
Hockey player.
A hockey player, yes, classic, yes. Everyone is a hockey player. Okay, great. We'll use that as a first suggestion, and we'll get one more suggestion. Also, what do you think Canada's main export besides maple syrup is? Salmon. We got salmon from someone in the second row. Yeah. All right. Oh, it's accurate. Okay, we'll do a couple scenes based on hockey player and salmon, and I guess that's what we'll do. All right, thanks guys. Here we go. How's the game?
Fucking awful.
What? What happened?
Went right into the boards.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, what happened to the other guy?
He died.
That's hockey.
Yeah.
I'm just feeding the beavers.
Yeah. Hey, how come you don't play hockey anymore, eh?
Mary, we talked about this. It's a sensitive subject for me.
Yeah, but I keep getting a concussion, so I forget.
Mary, look, you know that my identity as a Canadian was wrapped up in being the best hockey player of all time. Because it's me, Wayne Gretzky. That's who I am. But ever since I got too old, I can't play anymore. That's the reason I got too old.
But you know, hockey's not about age, Wayne.
What are you talking about? Hockey's about being the best player in the world, and I can't keep up with these young stud muffins.
You're talking about me, right?
Hey, no, I'm talking about the young stud muffins.
Right. That's a penalty call.
Oh, I'm sorry. Look.
Don't touch me.
All right. Mary, I thought we had something special.
I thought we did too, Wayne, but I thought you were better than that. I thought that nothing could stop you from playing hockey, not even age.
Well, of course it does. Every man gets to a point where he tries to do the things he could do as a young man, and he can't anymore, so he feeds beavers instead.
Yeah, Wayne, thanks for coming in. Have a seat.
No problem.
I'm with the Beaver Regulation Board of the government.
Oh my gosh.
In Canada, that's the second largest ministry in the government after salmon management.
Of course.
Look, you've been a great ambassador to the beavers. As you know, in Canada, we have a treaty with the beavers, and if we don't feed them a certain amount every day, they rise up and they kill us.
Yes.
So, and you've been doing a great job.
Don't knock me down. You know, that's what we always say.
Exactly. Timber, they just knot your ankles. So, here's the thing. You just haven't been meeting your quota for the last couple months, and the beavers are getting a little restless up on James Bay. So, what we need you to do is pick up the pace. Now, I understand
I get it! I'm too old to feed the beavers! I get it! You son of a bitch, it's all I have left! This wrinkled bag of a body throwing wood to beavers! That's all I have! Just give this old man his beaver wood.
Actually, Wayne, I don't know if they cover this in orientation, but when a beaver feeder gets too old, they take what we call the walk.
No, It's not time for the walk
It's
yet.
time for the walk. We strap some birch bark to your legs and send you into the nearest river and let the beavers take your body into theirs.
Please.
I'm sorry, Wayne. This is the most honorable way for a Canadian to die.
But I'm Canada's greatest hockey player.
And
I'm
you're
gonna
about
cover you in syrup.
Yeah. That's so the black flies get you too.
What about Janet and the kids and my mistress, Mary, who plays hockey?
Yeah, they'll be joining you as well. We send the whole family just so we can snuff out the line. We don't need any more Gretzky shaming Canadians by being subpar beaver feeders.
Well, I guess...
Yeah, there's your grandchild about to be thrown in.
Sorry.
That's all right.
It's okay.
British Columbia.
Huh?
Beautiful, huh?
Sure is big.
Did you hear Wayne Gretzky died? Torn to shreds. He took the walk
By the beavers.
by the beavers, yeah.
Dear God.
I mean-
what's next?
I mean, I kind of wish I could go that way, you know. I hear
Well-
it's the best way a Canadian can die.
Beavers.
That's what it says on our money.
It does. Used to say yours to discover. Now it says to take the long walk.
Take the walk.
I always wanted to be eaten alive by polar bears.
Oh, yeah. Well, there are fewer of those these days with
Yeah,
climate change and
yeah,
whatnot.
yeah.
So you gotta take what you can get.
Yeah. Also, they're pretty far north and
That's, yeah,
far away from
yeah,
here.
yeah.
So I'll just
Brit-
walk to the
British
east.
Columbia. We're in British Columbia.
Oh, got one.
It's okay. There are a bunch of geese. You can kill as many geese as you like.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Oh, are you with the Geese Regulation
Yeah,
Board?
I am.
I'm
But we're doing it humanely these days, so we're just stoning them.
chucking them with rocks. I mean, it's better than the way we used to do it, which was to throw an empty coffee cup in there and let them choke on it. Yeah. You know, I'm actually I've been coming to this river here in beautiful British Columbia every year since I was a kid, fishing. Yeah.
You don't say.
Trying to land a salmon.
And you haven't landed one yet, or?
No, never caught a single salmon.
What are you using for bait?
Bait?
I think I see your problem there.
You know, I used to come here with my dad, and he would, you know, we'd drive up in the Jeep, and he'd get out, and he would lie down, and that's kind of it.
That's
That's
it?
kind of it. Yeah, and I'd have to figure out the rest for myself. Complicated relationship with my dad.
Yeah, it's interesting because I never had a relationship with my kid either. I didn't have any.
Well, I'm 40,
Yeah.
but I'm up for adoption if you want.
Okay.
Wow. Really?
Yeah.
You want to adopt me?
Yeah, you're kind of all right, and you know you could maybe.
Kind of all right. Wow, put me on the cover of CanadianPeople.com, you know? It's as good as we get.
Well, yeah, we don't. We
You
don't
ever
want
been to that
any-
website, CanadianPeople.com?
Yeah. It's a real small website.
Sure, people. Yeah.
There's like not many pages on it.
Not many attractive people from where?
Nope.
From this place. What's that? What? Whoa! You just wrecked my perfect hook.
No, I put a tuna on it.
Oh yeah.
Look, you just.
I caught a bear! I caught a polar bear! Okay, great. Wonderful, thank you. Good. Hurtful. Good, so we'll ask you another bit of trivia. So we've got our #1 job, we've heard our #1 export. And does anyone know the name of our first Prime Minister?
Tim Horton.
Tim Horton. Great, yeah, that's what it is. Good news, sir.
Oh, yes.
We've done it.
Oh, congratulations.
congratulations to you.
Yes, to me.
Right.
I'm very old, remind you.
That's right, you are. I just wanted you to know that we finally colonized all the natives.
I don't want to be a part of this.
No, this was your idea. This was all your
I
idea.
feel like we shouldn't do this.
This is
Steve.
your idea.
I feel like this is our first introduction to the crowd, and maybe we don't.
Well, they need to know the hard truths about what you personally did. Yeah.
All right, well, go ahead.
That's it. That's the news. We've done it. Canada is ours.
Okay, great.
This is your fault.
Thank you.
You did this, not me.
Do you remember when I first met you? What I said to you?
Yes. You said it will be for sure my fault when we colonize all the natives.
Exactly. So we colonized the natives, and whose fault is it?
No, but you said to me it'll be sure my fault. You said
yes.
that. Yes.
Well, I guess it's a binding agreement.
Anyway, since we're a country now, I just wondered if you had any ideas on how you want to start. You know, what's the first thing you want to accomplish as Prime Minister?
Well, of course, we finally seceded from, not seceded, we just are a British colony. I don't know my own history. I have to be honest with you. I came into this job as a bit of an accident. I was wandering through the forest and tripped over a fur trap, and they were like, hey, you're a Prime Minister.
And so, children, that is how Canada came to be. Any more questions?
Yeah, but if he tripped over a fur trap, wouldn't he have hurt himself? Why would they have elected him Prime Minister? Explain how he got from there to Prime Minister.
There was a couple of years that nobody knows what happened, including him.
Yeah, okay.
I think he was found by a lumberjack in the woods.
All right.
His leg was tourniqueted, and then he was taken. Yes, Stephen. Yes, Stephen. Stephen, do you have a question?
When the Prime Minister was, what was he drinking?
When he was in the fox trap or the fur trap, it's the same thing. Coffee.
Right.
Yeah, but double.
Okay.
Okay, great. I'm good.
That's just a true story.
And that class, university, is how they used to teach Canadian history. But today we know so much more about what happened to the Prime Minister in those 2 years. Any other questions?
Yes, what happened after that?
I'm glad you asked such specific questions, Janine. Well, after the Prime Minister began drinking coffee, he eventually turned to alcohol and became the Prime Minister we all know and love.
Ooh.
Tim Horton, yes.
Yes.
Any other questions?
Yeah, is this going to be on the exam?
Yes. This right now is the exam. It's an oral exam.
Great. Can I just talk to you for a second?
Yeah, of course.
Professor Stevens, look, we just have some feedback on your class. It's not going as well, and I'm afraid it's time for the walk.
What?
It's true, that's how you graduate in Canada. So, what are some things that you think that we do for fun on a weekend other than play hockey? What did I hear over here? Apologizing, yes. Sorry, we don't have to go to work, sorry. So apologizing, I also heard cottage. Anything else?
Moose wrangling.
Moose wrangling, yes.
Moose wrangling.
We all learned that from a very young age. Anything else? Poutine, great. So we have cottage, apologizing, poutine, and moose wrangling. We'll do something.
So beautiful.
Jeremy, the moose, they've got out of the gate. What? You can hear it. That's one of them. It's probably the last one before they all run away. Our moose farm will be devastated.
But it's a beautiful day, and I've got the cooler full of poutine.
What does that have to do with the moose, Kenya?
You don't understand. It's supposed to be our day off.
I know it's supposed to be our day off, Jeremy.
What are we doing working then?
Are you fucking stupid? What is going on?
It's a beautiful day at the cottage. I got my poutine. I know the moose is out, but I'm sorry. We work in a free country, and I deserve my time off.
But the moose have decided to break out of the enclosure. Fine, what, we take the day off and go collect the moose tomorrow?
Kid, come here. Come here.
Okay.
Hey. What did I tell you? What did I tell you when you first started here?
You said days off are like a box of chocolate.
Yeah. Days off are like a box of chocolates. Why?
Because you have to have one in the morning.
What I actually told you was the moose get out all the time.
Oh, well,
Right? They get out every weekend.
Then why did you say that metaphor about the chocolate? Explain it.
It's my Forrest Gump is my favorite movie.
Okay, all right.
So look, they just get out of the pen, they wander around, and they come back. Okay, you just gotta let them do their thing. That's the thing. See that? That's Bruce. I can tell by his call. Yeah, he's horny as fuck. Yeah, so we just let Bruce go out, and he does his thing with the lady mooses, and then he comes back when he's done.
Well, you are the Captain Moose Wrangler. I guess I'll just take a load off and poutine it up.
Catch.
Whoa! You can always catch poutine, no problem with that, for sure.
Hey, when did you know you wanted to be a moose wrangler?
Oh, well, you know when I was 3 in the Moose class, run by the 3rd largest ministry in Canada.
Wait, just a second. You hear that? Okay, I was gonna say it's too quiet, but that was Marty, the baby moose. He's horny as fuck.
So it was probably during that first moose class when I managed to wrangle my first moose. Do you know that they weigh sometimes 1.2 tons, but we still wrangle them?
We know how to wrangle them. It's an ancient art for sure.
Sure is. When did you first know that you wanted to be a moose wrangler?
Me, I was born into this job.
What?
Yeah, my dad was a moose wrangler. My grandfather was a moose wrangler. My grandmother was a moose. And so it kind of runs in the family, you know what I mean? Oh wait, hey, you hear that? They're building a shed. It's an ancient moose ritual.
Hey, sorry, I'm just still stuck on your grandmother being a moose.
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
What do you mean by that?
Like your grandmother was literally a moose?
Yeah.
Let's dive into this. Let's get really far into this.
What do you want to know?
How?
How what?
How was your grandmother a moose?
I don't know. She was a moose, and then my grandmother found each other. They found each other, and you know.
And then what?
And then they got married. It was a beautiful ceremony. I mean, you should see the way the veil kind of. She was a male moose too. She had the horns, so the veil really hung off her antlers beautifully. She was a male moose.
You're saying your grandmother was a male moose?
Yeah. Oh, listen. Great.
No, go ahead.
No, great. We have time for one last get, which I didn't prepare. So, good. So we have like Denmark, I'm sure we have a lovely kind of 4 seasons in Canada, but if there were to be a 5th season.
What do you mean you didn't prepare?
What would that 5th season be known for? Healthcare. Great. Let's celebrate healthcare. Fuck.
Jesus.
Waiting rooms.
Am I
They call
right?
them that for a reason. Is what I'm discovering.
I've been here 24 hours.
24 hours. Mm-hmm. In Canada, that's a full day.
Mm-hmm.
See that guy?
Yeah.
It's me, Wayne Gretzky.
Hey,
The great one himself. Wow.
you were supposed to have taken the long walk.
I did, but they put the birch too low on my legs, so they just chewed the bottom part of my legs off. I'm still alive. I need help. Can I go ahead of you in line? Is that
I don't know. I've been here a long
You know what?
time.
I'll give you a hand. You're Wayne Gretzky. You're the greatest hockey player of all time. You're the biggest Canadian hero of all. Let me make a little call for you here.
Oh, great.
Hi, yeah, Beaver Ministry. Wayne Gretzky's still alive. You want to come down and get him, right? They're on their way.
I thought this might happen. Listen, since the beavers ate my feet, I've made some changes, okay? Wayne Gretzky's not fucking around anymore. I might be old, but I still got a little bit left, even if it's stumpy.
Yeah? Well, I've been in this waiting room for 24 goddamn hours.
That's a full day in Canada.
I don't fucking care if you're Wayne Gretzky.
Yep, he's in here. We got him. The bogey is in the nest. All right, Wayne, you come on.
Go on.
Listen, I'll let you go ahead of me if you give me some.
You find anything?
Yeah, I got his Tim Hortons card.
Nice. Roll up the rim.
Yeah, not that one.
Right, no one gets that reference. Look, the important thing you understand is I need to go first, all right? And you can't say that you saw me here or the Beaver Ministry will get me. Jesus, I wish these dead people would just sit still for a second. They're fucking dead.
Or are we?
That was a hockey puck. I threw a hockey puck into his skull. I just want you to know.
I saw that and it stayed there. Listen, I got here I mean, I could watch this all day.
But you don't have to. Ka!
Thanks for getting that one. I appreciate it.
Listen, while we're wasting all this time, you seem to be bleeding out slowly, Wayne.
I am a stumps.
If you can score a goal here in the waiting room, I'll let you go ahead of me.
But I'm too old for hockey.
Nobody's too old for hockey, Wayne. No, like actually go. Like
Okay.
I want to see you do this.
Ow, 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 ow.
On your stumps.
Ah.
Oh, you missed. Bang!
This is the part of the video where somebody with a wacky DJ kind of voice is going to tell you to click on subscribe and then click on the bell so you... Oh, I'm sorry. So just click on subscribe, then click on the bell, and that means you get notifications when we put up new videos on YouTube.